You might be thinking, oh my goodness, $40, that is outrageous for a candle. Let me tell you something. Today, I'm going to teach you how to price your candles appropriately so you can make a real profit and get paid for your hard work. I'm gonna be honest, I used to sell this candle for $12 and I only made a $2 profit from it. That is my own fault because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to price my candles and I had no idea what cost of goods was. If you're new here, my name is Leah and I make videos all about my own journey as a candle maker. I am adding this piece in and it looks different because I forgot to add a intro when I filmed this the first time. Also, I will be filming like this from now on because the camera quality is so much better. I know firsthand that it is hard to price your products and know what people are going to pay for stuff that you've made yourself. Especially when you feel like you're competing with places like Target and Walmart and Kohl's and other places that sell candles. Those places are really easy to go to, purchase your product, they're cheaper, and they might have a bigger selection than you. First off, before we get to the points, you're not competing with those places. If you are making candles from your home, you have a valuable handmade product that is not in competition with anywhere that you can just walk into the store and buy it from a mass-produced retailer. This video is all about how to price handmade products, which fall into their own category. We have 4 points that we're going to be talking about today, and those 4 points are cost of goods, wholesale, sale pricing, who and where. For cost of goods, I thought it would be better than just explaining to actually show you written out what the cost of goods for this candle is going to be. Hypothetically, we're going to be making a beeswax and lavender 8-ounce candle. I've already researched all of the ingredients that I would need to make this type of candle, so I'm going to be showing you what that cost of goods is going to be. So we're making a beeswax and lavender candle. The candle vessel we're going to be using is a tin. It will be this size and shape. So for beeswax, that is the first ingredient we're going to need, or whatever type of wax you are using. For me, I always use beeswax. So that's the first thing we need is beeswax. So we need to figure out how much beeswax costs per pound and then how much we'll need for an 8-ounce candle. Typically, beeswax costs $8-ish per pound. So a pound is 16 ounces. So we're going to need half of that. So we're making an 8-ounce candle. So half of 8 would be $4. So it's going to cost us $4 in beeswax to make this candle. So that is our first price point, is $4 for beeswax. Next, we need lavender oil. The supplier that I typically use, lavender oil, is going to be $6 per ounce. So we're going to do 6 per OZ. For an 8-ounce candle, you will need half an ounce of oil. It's going to be $3. $3 for oil. So you can see already we are already up to $7 for this candle. Our vessel, in this case, we are using a tin, and tins typically cost anywhere from $1.75 to $2.75 a tin. So we're just going to say $2 for this tin. $2 for the tin. All right, so the next thing we're gonna need is a wick. Wicks cost about 10 cents per wick. You'll get them in a big bag. You can't buy them individually as far as I know, but for one, it's gonna be about 10 cents. And lastly, and this is just for a very basic candle, the last thing that we are going to need is labels. This is going to include your warning label on the bottom of your candle as well as your labeling on the front. So for labels, the ones that I get, and that will be in a different video, the ones that I get are $1, and then the warning labels on the bottom come in a big roll, so we're going to say about 20 cents per sticker. We are at $1.20 for labeling. So for this candle, it costs us $10. It costs $10.30 to make this candle right here. So does it always have to cost that much to make only an 8-ounce candle? The short answer is no. If you're using beeswax, it likely will always cost about that much, but beeswax is much more expensive than any other wax that you can buy. Beeswax costs anywhere from $7-ish to $12-ish per pound, depending on where you're getting it from and how ethically sourced the beeswax is. Soy wax has an average cost of only $2 per pound, whereas paraffin wax is even less expensive and cheaper and only costs about $1.75 per pound. So if this candle costs $10.30 to make, how much are we going to charge for it? Like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't do any of this math before settling on a price for my candles when I was just selling them as a hobby. Because of that, I was like, yeah, $12 is a great price for a candle. It's a cheap price for a candle, especially one made out of beeswax. I had no idea what I was doing. So because this candle costs $10.30 to make, you might think, well, let's just double it and we'll make $10 profit off of it. That's not a bad idea, and you'll still make that $10 profit, but you have to think about a couple other things first. Which leads me to my next point, selling wholesale. Selling wholesale could mean one of two things. Either the company is reaching out to you and they're probably a smaller local shop. These types of companies might be coffee shops or small boutiques where you can put your product in their shop and they just charge you a small fee for renting the space. It could also be a bigger store, like somewhere like Walmart or Sprouts or another place that sells candles. These companies are more likely to buy your product from you and then resell it. While I don't have any experience with this myself yet, I have heard that the process kind of looks like you set your price, say you're selling this candle for $20. We've talked about cost $10.30. We're going to sell it for $20. So the wholesaler comes to you and says, how much is your candle? You say $20 and they're like, all right, we'll buy it from you for half of that and bulk, and then we'll resell it. So is that a good deal for you if you've priced your candle at $20? Absolutely not, because now you are paying them 30 cents to take your candles. Is wholesale a good option? It can be, but not if you are pricing your candles that low. A much better deal for you in this scenario is the candle costs you $10.30 to make. You 4 times that and sell your candle for $40. The wholesaler then comes to you and asks if they can purchase your candles in bulk at half the price. That price is now $20 instead of $10, and you can still make a $10 profit off of that candle from the wholesaler. You might be thinking, oh my goodness, $40, that is outrageous for a candle. Let me tell you something. Depending on your audience, there are people that will pay your price for your candles. Another thing is it worth it for you to make a bunch of candles and only make a $2 profit? I love candle making, but it is hard, and there are nights when I don't want to sit in my kitchen and just make candles for 3 hours. If I'm not able to put groceries on the table with my business, then what am I doing? This is all going to depend on the quality of the ingredients you're using, the quality of the labels you are making, and how the candle looks. Candles are not just for the scents or the benefits or how they smell, it's also all about home decor. For me, making beeswax candles, my candles count as luxury candles. Luxury candles are candles that are made with higher quality ingredients than just paraffin. And, I mean, beeswax is expensive. It's very niche targeted. The people that want to buy beeswax are usually more health conscious and they want something that's very clean in their home. Also, if you're following along here, you may be using essential oils instead of fragrance oils in your candles. That is also something that would make a candle luxury because it does take more testing to get a good hot throw from essential oils than it does for fragrance oils. And I'll go ahead and link my last video all about essential oils in the description box below if you're interested in that. There are companies that I've seen that make beeswax candles that are luxury candles that literally cost like $90 per candle. So in this case, a $40 candle is not expensive. The bottom line is people are willing to pay more for candles that have higher quality ingredients. Also, I did make these labels myself. If you're interested in learning how to make labels at home, go ahead and leave a comment in the description box below letting me know that that is something that you'd be interested in learning more about. So let's talk about sale pricing. So like wholesale pricing, putting a sale on your candles is going to be a lower price than you would normally charge for your candles. So let's say around Easter or Christmas time, you want to put your candles on sale to get more sales. Offer something like free shipping on orders over $50, or you could do something like 25% off one candle. If you did 25% off of one candle and you charge $40 per candle, it would be taking $10 off. So you'd be selling the candle to them for $30 and still making a $20 profit. But just like wholesale, in order to make a profit off of your candles, you have to be charging more than double the cost. For instance, if we go back to that first scenario and you're charging $20 for a candle that costs you $10 to make, and you do buy one, get one half off the second candle, that second candle is free. Obviously, it's not free to the consumer, but on your end, it's free. Lastly, let's talk about who are you selling to and where are they? Who your customer is and where they shop is going to play a big part in how much you're able to charge for your candles. If your target audience is just your friends and family, maybe people in your neighborhood or people that are places that you go to in person, there's a good likelihood that you're not going to be able to charge nearly as much as if you're selling to somebody online who's looking for a luxury candle. Also, I want to note that I'm not saying that you need to make luxury candles in order to sell them for a profit. You just need to know what your cost of goods is. If you're making a soy candle that only costs $2 per pound of wax to make, it can still be considered a luxury candle, but it's going to cost way less for you to make it, and you don't have to charge as much. You could charge maybe $25 or $30 and still be making a good profit from that candle. Another thing you need to know about the who and where in step number 4 is, where is your target audience shopping at? Where are they going to buy candles? Are they going to farmers markets and local pop-up events, or are they like searching Etsy? Do they have a Facebook account and they're buying things off of Facebook or maybe Instagram? Instead of just waiting for your audience to come to you, be where your audience is. I hope that the information I've given you today helps you set a fair price for your candles so you get paid for the awesome work that you've been doing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep creating.